It's day 72 and we're going into the town of Mount Shasta. But first we have 18 miles, 6 of which are a 3,000 foot climb, and we have limited water today. I'm only carrying 2 liters of water. Normally for 18 miles I'd be carrying 3 to 4, but with less water, or each liter weighing 2.2 pounds, I'm gonna push it so I can have a lighter pack so I can get there sooner. And I know that when I get in town, I can drink all the cold beverages I want. And I'm gonna drink a beer when I get there. A few hundred miles ago, I started getting phantom smells. So I remember distinctly at Richardson Lake, I came up over the hill and I was smelling a grill, someone grilling burgers. And I thought, oh, maybe there's trail magic. And I got really, really excited because this was during a low point when I was hiking. And I come up over the hill and there was no trail magic, no grill, no nothing. But right now I'm having the phantom smell of like a caramel coffee. It smells so good. Not having much luck trying to hitch into Shasta made me a sign. So I called a trail angel named Kellyfish, and she's going to give me a ride. In exchange, I'm going to help her move her washing machine. It's day 73. I slept really well last night because I got to sleep in a bed. I really love the town of Mount Shasta. Everyone here is barefoot hippies, long hair, dreadlocks, in togas, Whole Food stores. Just a beautiful town overlooking the mountain of Mount Shasta. This morning I walked to do my food resupply and stopped at a bakery which was next to a CrossFit box. So I stopped in and was talking to them for a little bit. Cute little box that just opened up. They don't seem to have any COVID restrictions. They don't have to wear masks or anything. They don't have like the tape on the floor like I think you guys back home have at our gym. What else can you ask for a little town with a CrossFit box and a lot of Whole Food stores and a big mountain? Dan, can we move here, please? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, there are Teslas everywhere, and there are Tesla chargers everywhere. So, Dan, I think that's a reason that you should move here. Got a pretty easy hitch out of Mount Shasta. A young couple picked me up. They said my gear looked too expensive for me to be a homeless person. So I'll take that as a compliment. I've never been much of a hat wearer, but I was desperate when I was in town. So I got this. It's cute, right? Pretty sure this is what I'll be going up. I'm getting a phantom hazelnut coffee smell. I don't even like hazelnut coffee. Okay, got a slight reprieve from all of the flies and mosquitoes that are around. I swear there's a direct correlation between the quantity of oak trees and how dark it is, and how many flies and gnats there are. The darker, the more trees, the more gnats. But anyways, at the last water source that was down in the oaks, and it was pretty dark, there was also campsites, I was going to decide if I wanted to camp there or keep going. I know that there is a beautiful campsite in about 7 miles, but it's a huge, huge climb with limited water, and I'd be getting there after dark. But I've decided that's what I'm going to do, because it'll be really neat to get in after dark and not be able to see anything, and then at sunrise be surprised by the view I'll have. So I am leaving my group behind. They didn't want to leave town midday. They said it would be too hot, but most of the mountain was covered with trees when it was sunny, so it was fine. It is very hot, as you can see. I'm sweating a lot. But there's water just before the camp, so I can rinse up. And it should be a good little climb here ahead. What is this? Looks like a worm, but it's a snake. Cute little thing. And another one. This one doesn't seem to have a head. Or does it? Oh, there's his head. 0.5 away from the campsite now. It's 10:30 at night. I figured I'd update you now because I don't know if there will be other people camping there. But yeah, nice easy hike up after you got the big climb done with. I can't see anything except that I am on a face of a mountain. There's a big drop off to my left. Can't even see the outlines of the mountains anymore. But the Milky Way is pretty bright. So cool. Good night. Good morning. It's day 74. Woke up to a beautiful sunrise this morning, but something funny happened last night when I got into camp. I rolled in probably close to 10:30 or so, and I'm laying in my tent and I hear noise, and I'm just kind of listening to it as it's walking around. But then it starts making a different kind of sound. I don't know how to explain it. So I shine my light, and there's two eyes staring at me. And then the eyes kind of like crouch down, look away, and disappear. Then they come back a couple feet away, do the same thing, crouch down. It looked to me almost like a big cat. And it was walking towards the other couple who was camping near me, near their tent. And then it got so close, I couldn't really make out what it was. It got so close that I felt like I needed to yell to scare it away. And I, of course, scared the couple. She woke up screaming. But I told her that I thought it may have been a big cat. And she said that there's been a little baby deer running around the campsite that's been bugging them. So I'm going to hope that it was just a deer and not a mountain lion. But I'm really not convinced. It was walking a lot different than what the deer I've seen, with the way it would walk a few steps, crouch, disappear. I guess we'll never know. I was a little disappointed in the view this morning. You can see all the mountains with the exception of Mount Shasta. It's totally covered in haze, I would say. But I think this is because of the wildfires that are north of here. There's one north that I think is causing this. It's last I saw it was like 500 acres and 35% contained, so I'm keeping an eye on it. And then there's one south of here that I think is 100% contained. But I guess we're getting to that point in the season where we got to start worrying about wildfires. Happens every year. Started walking on trail and my stomach was upset, feeling pretty nauseous and just wiped out. So I'm laying down here on the ground, seeing if it'll get a little bit better. But the flies are swarming me, so I might have to get up and start moving. I've only been making it about a mile before I gotta sit and take a break. I feel like I'm gonna puke. Hey there, it's 1 o'clock. I stopped for about an hour and a half to take a nap, eat some lunch, and hydrate. Feeling a lot better now. I have 10.9 miles to go to the campsite, so I think that's doable. 8 miles to go. Feeling better, but still wiped out and tired. My pack's really heavy. I have too much food and no appetite. The sky ahead of me is getting pretty dark, so I just took a little break to waterproof my pack and put everything in trash compactor bags. Didn't put my tent in the bag. Should have. I might regret that. But I have my umbrella, so we'll see. I was hiking up a fairly exposed ridge when the sky started letting out. I found a little section of pine trees, so I'm huddled down in there. And now it's starting to hail. And when the hail hits my umbrella, it comes down with force. Some of them are grape-sized. I've seen some slightly bigger falling all around me. And it is thundering. Fun. Dan checked the radar and he says the storm is growing and not moving. So I've made the decision to climb out from my pine trees and book it to camp and get off the ridge that I'm on. The thunder's stopped, but still on and off hailing. So I have about 5 miles to go. It's gonna take at least an hour and a half, but I'm gonna run down the hill, so we'll see. You can see where I started today, way over here. Hiked around this, came around the back of that, swiveled through here, and came around. Wow. Rushed to camp, and I got my tent set up alongside the beautiful Deathfall Lake. Unfortunately, I'm surrounded by thunderstorms still. So I have my rain fly on, and I tried to get a sheltered spot as best I could. Hi there, it's day 75. Last night I developed like full body shakes. I must be sick, something must be going on. I was really nauseous all night, but I did have a Zofran pill, so I took that to help with my nausea, and I was able to get some sleep. The rain did kind of settle down closer to 9:30, 10 p.m., but all of our gear this morning was muddy and soaking wet, so I did dry that out earlier this morning. yeah, we're gonna do, I think 23 miles today. Not feeling super great still. Feeling pretty wiped out. And I feel nauseous anytime I eat something. But I'm just gonna hang in there and keep walking. We'll be in town tomorrow. We've got a problem on trail. Big problem. Good morning. It's day 76. I did end up feeling better by the end of yesterday. I never closed out the video because we got into our campsite, which was a campground that had picnic tables. So when I saw the picnic tables, I got excited, sat down, cooked dinner, and just forgot about filming anything else for the rest of the day. But today we are heading into Etna to resupply, probably spending the night. They let you sleep in their park, and they'll give you a shower. Yeah, but we're hiking through the Trinity Alps. This is probably one of my favorite sections of the trail other than the Sierras. I'd love to come back and do some day or section hikes in this area. I forgot to mention there was also a lady at the campground. She was told that through hikers come through that campground frequently, so she was prepared, and she brought us all pluots. Fresh fruit is such a treat on the trail. It's 12:30. I'm about 1 mile from the road that I'm going to hitch into Etna. It is a Forest Service road, but it's paved, so hitching is going to be difficult, but we do have a ride lined up for 2 o'clock if hitching isn't possible.
Tracks. I want to be in the back with the horses. Just eat some hay. Make some horse friends.